Hello to you. How do you do? I want to talk to you today about a movie that has completely done a reset of the cultural persuasion, as a lot of the kids would call it nowadays. You may be having performance issues. What? I saw this movie a long time ago. This is a movie that has to do with friendships, betrayal, legs, and there's murder, as it should be, in high school. That is Jawbreaker. It's a perfect movie from my memory. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, as I mentioned earlier. I guess the goal of watching it again today is, number one, to see if it still holds up, although I have a sneaking suspicion that not only will it hold it up, it's gonna blow me away. And two, to watch Rose McGowan again, because she is wonderful. I don't know, I want to feel nostalgic, and I think that this movie will do that for me. If you haven't heard of the plot, you've never heard of this movie, then maybe this is going to be a really cute experience for the both of us. Also because the plot is like, I wouldn't want to say simple, but it's very easy to pitch. It's a very elevator pitch kind of plot where you can just say it in one or two sentences and immediately grab someone's attention. Also, I think Jawbreaker is available on Netflix. Dun, 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 dun.
They totally ruled.
I look at them. I'm the one narrating this, obviously. I'm Fern. Liz Purr.
She was like the Princess Di of Reagan High, and that pissed Courtney off.
I was 9 when this came out, so I for sure saw this years after, maybe when I was in my teens. It made an impression on me for sure. So like the way that Fern would describe Liz, kind of sus. I'm thinking that maybe this movie made such an impression on me, more so than I really remembered. Maybe it's stuck deep down in there in the recesses of my brain, and maybe, just maybe, this is the movie that turned me gay. Whenever I think about Jawbreaker, the candy and the movie, I get a very warm feeling in my kidneys and in my stomach and in my heart. Like a lot of organs are very much affected by this movie. I'm just realizing this now and revisiting it now. So many things make sense.
I used to dream about what it would be like to be her. Elizabeth Purr.
Because as we've established in this channel, there is a very fine line between wanting to be someone and wanting to be someone. Whoa.
That was no way to wake up on your 17th birthday.
Probably wondering now, like, oh no, what happened to her? Well, you're about to find out. Like, who thought? That's horrible.
She is gonna die!
The irony of that. Like, this is legitimately like one of the worst things that you could do to your friends. Only second to, like, I don't know, falling in love with their parents and starting a romantic relationship with them and then trying to force them into calling you mom or dad. Yeah, so anyway, they stick her into the trunk of her car with a jawbreaker and tape over her mouth, and then they're like,
what happened to her?
Liz, their best friend, suffocated to death. Also, the jawbreaker in her throat.
This is a joke, right? This is a total joke.
Does it look like...
I thought a jawbreaker would be funny.
Also, doesn't this entire movie kind of feel like TikTok in a way? I don't know why I get that sense. Oh god, 90s music. So good. This is exactly the kind of vibe I was hoping to get into. It's just feeling completely emotional about everything and everyone. Oh, Marilyn Manson is in this. What? Also, worth mentioning, the fashion in this movie is crazy good. Oh, Pam Grier's here. So many people that I forgot. This is such a cool intro. The beginning of it was how jawbreakers are made, and then suddenly next to that, photos of them.
Courtney, she is dead. Does school know that? I don't think so.
Smart.
But you are gonna walk into that school.
Oh, this scene is iconic. I think I downloaded this song into my iPod because I loved it so much. And maybe, maybe there were times that I played this song and pretended that I was strutting down school, supermarket, I don't know, anywhere else, on my way to my room in slow motion. Oh, Fern. Oh, an Asian. That's interesting. Also, Fern here is supposed to be the loser, Right. This is her being the loser in school, meek, quiet girl, no one really talks to her. And a lot of that too, like their status in school and like how pretty the characters are expressed through their fashion. So you can see with the popular girls, they're wearing loud colors and they're in command and they're like dominatrix and sentiments. And then there's Fern, who's like in the most, look at this color. I think this color is called mold or something, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of digging that.
Everything is peachy keen. Peachy fucking keen.
Peachy fucking keen. I think every day I just try to live my life thinking that I am Rose McGowan in this movie. I don't even address her as her right name. I think her name's Courtney or something.
Panties on or off? Rip them.
Here's a really fucked up thought. If you were in this situation, God forbid, but like, how do you think your best friends would react if they accidentally killed you? Write it down in the comment section below. What a wonderful thought.
I love your hair. I love the way it shines.
Dude.
He looked at me.
Whenever I write really fucked up stuff, which is nearly every time I read something, there are bits and pieces from things that I've watched before, read before, that I recycle into my writing, and this is definitely one of them. I just remember that when she was twisting Liz's neck, they accidentally made eye contact and she was like, she looked right at me. But like that whole thing was stuck in my mind, and I believe that maybe in a couple of stories that I've written before, I incorporated that as a sign of like both inexperience and guilt. I feel like it's a pretty effective way to show how a character feels about the act that just happened, even though they're the kinds of characters that don't really have a deep set type of way of thinking.
Let her go, Marcy. We're gonna make you one of us.
Imagine, like, how crazy is the politics in your high school for you to turn your back on murder just for popularity? Like, this is actual footage of someone selling their soul to the devil.
Fern, no! Food's cool and all. It tastes good and you need it to live.
In a battle of the mean girls, I feel like Courtney from Jawbreaker is the big boss. She is a boss battle of a mean girl. Also, she literally killed her best friend. Pam Grier! She's the investigator! That's sick! Oh my god, I forgot about this guy. Right, she has a love interest.
I really don't want to talk about it, Zach.
Julie is honestly no hate. I honestly don't mean any hate, but I hate her. Like, she's so boring. She's supposedly the protagonist in all of this, but there is a long list of more interesting characters, Liz included, and she's dead for the majority of this movie, that are far more interesting than Julie. Oh my god, writing down your landline phone number for people to keep. That was a good time. This also is just such a great showcase of how dramatic female friendships can be sometimes. Mostly not to the fault of females.
It's called a big stick. And I want you to suck a big stick.
She is gay. Yeah, now I'm sure. I was joking earlier about this movie turning me gay, but now I'm thinking, no, this was it. I'm retitling this entire video. This is the movie that turned me gay. You know what I mean, though? She's so dead in the face. Even more so compared to Liz, who is actually dead in the face and the body. I think this entire movie is just two girls being in love with Liz. I'm regretting the fact that they killed her on accident. Because what is this memory? The nipple scale. First female to enter the nipple scale.
You ever seen one of these before?
Oh, I remember this. At one point she smashes it on the table and it's something.
It's hard.
There it is. When I first watched this movie, I didn't know what a jawbreaker was. We didn't have... That's gross. We didn't have that in the Philippines. Or maybe we did. It's so weird to see a rounded candy that's not attached to a stick. Like, that just doesn't make sense. You hold it? Where is Marilyn Manson?
Some of the sweetest candies are sour as death inside.
Okay, is she a detective or a bard?
My name's Violet.
Learn it. Live it.
Love it.
You were alone and you weren't with them anymore.
And then finally I noticed that you were a person.
I'd sit there staring at her from behind. She has this cluster of beauty marks on the back of her neck, and I know this sounds weird. They were in the most fascinating patterns.
It is weird. That dress, dude. Is that Marilyn Manson? Wait. Ew.
In sports and drama, it's like plaids and stripes. They don't mix.
Fuck this guy. Like, this guy's the reason that High School Musical became a thing. Because wasn't that the entire conflict for High School Musical also? I've actually never seen High School Musical. Thumbs up this video and then maybe I will.
You know a girl named Violet?
Why?
She just got cast in the play.
Cast in a play.
Too bad you don't have
That
the
sweater.
top part down.
So good. Wait, is it actually... Wait, what? Hold on. This sweater is confusing me. Okay, no, it's not. For a second, I was like, that's sick. If that was actually cut out in the middle and then she just drew the red lines on her blush to match the patterns.
It's like when people get money for the first time. They call them nouveau riche.
I'm sorry, what? Nouveau riche?
They call them nouveau riche.
That's lovely. Why say new money when you can say nouveau riche? Like, what? Look at this tacky ass jewelry. Everything about this movie, like I said, it's genius. How many times am I gonna be calling this movie genius? Also, that hair, Marcy, killer. Okay, now I'm ready. This is so weird. Like, at what point, in what world, and in what universe is that cool? High school is so petty. And I'm not just talking about the students. I mean the teachers, too. The way that none of the teachers helped her out. They just let her sleep there.
Look, Mars. It's like Terms of Endearment Part 3.
Oh, her hair is different now.
Life's a bitch, then you die.
Life's a bitch, then you die.
Kind of turns me on. It's over, Courtney.
Oh, wait, who was this band? The Dominatrix? What is this band called? The Donnas. Yeah, because they were all named Donna. Oh my god, this girl. She was from That 70s Show also. She was Eric's sister. Oh, I remember this. A moment this entire thing was.
I killed Liz. I killed the teen dream.
Whoops. Evidence. And of course, the guy that does theaters is the only one that understands how the sound system works.
At the prom queen.
Ladies and gentlemen, her.
I killed the teen dream. Deal with it.
Smart. And thus, this girly girl went to prison. It could happen to you. Her mascara just instantly running down. This is not by CoverGirl. Cheerleader number 1 was named first. Good for her. Honey wagon. What is a honey wagon on a movie set? A honey wagon is a portable toilet. What? That's the first. Did not know about that. I think I kind of have an understanding now as to why it's called Jawbreaker. Like Jawbreakers, they are colorful on the outside. Huge pops of color. Incredibly sweet. But was used as a murder weapon. And at the same time, just like, it's nothing. All of the color and all the sweetness of it is on the outside. And on the inside, it's just like hard nothingness. That has been Jawbreaker. And if you do not agree that this is one of the best movies that has ever been written, ever been made and acted, then you and I cannot be friends. I do not trust you. I shall now take my leave, but before I do, I shall give you some wise words. Here are the wise words. Whenever your best friend has a birthday, try not to kill them. Yeah, kind of haha funny, the irony of like killing them on the day they were born, but also I feel like the greatest gift that you can give your friends or your best friend on their birthday is like allowing them to live, continue to live, you know. Unpopular opinion, but maybe some of you would agree.